basics.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Now we're going to prove that point with the Bible, right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. This is Moses speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel. These people are still on the earth.
That's right.
They didn't vanish. God's chosen people are still here. And guess what?
That's right.
We're them.
That's right.
That should do something to your soul. We are actually God's chosen people. We're not black. We're not African American. We're not Mexican. We're not Jamaican. We're not none of these different titles. But as you said, they told us that we was taken from Africa, but they didn't say who the they was. Let's see. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. This is a Bible prophecy.
Chapter 28, verse 37.
Read that thing powerful and strong, brother. Come on.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
The children for breaking God's commandments is going to become an astonishment. For example, a black sister, black like this speaker, will wear a blonde wig. That's an astonishment. How old are you? You said 39? Yeah. Another 39-year-old you might see walking by with his pants to his knees.
Right.
That's an astonishment.
That's right.
That's astonishing. Your pants supposed to be on your behind. What are you doing, black man? That's an astonishment. Come on.
And thou shalt become an astonishment. A proverb.
Niggas like chicken and beer. What's another one? Waffles. Watermelon. You want to have anything from a black man? Put it in a book. We're going to become a proverb. Keep reading.
And a byword.
We're going to become a byword. God called us Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali, the 12 tribes of Israel. But God said if we don't keep his commandments, we're going to be called nigger. We're going to be called black. We're going to be called African American. We're going to be called they were taken. They're not going to tell you who. Why? Because we broke God's commandments. Keep reading.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Now, we jumped to 37, but we have to read why this happened to the 12 tribes of Israel. So we're going to go back up to 15. Now, what's funny is, you go to school. We go to school all of these years, right? And they give us a curriculum set up by white people, right? Is their curriculum going to be in the best interest of the Negroes that they stole? Hell no. The most important book that they said that was used to put us in slavery, they said that this is a white man's book. Do they not? Don't they say it's a white man's book? And they tried to use this book to say, oh, slaves obey your masters, right? They took our book and manipulated it, but made sure we couldn't read. You see how stupid that is? How they gonna take our book and say, we're gonna see, slaves obey your masters, we're reading it out the Bible. Okay, well, why can't I read it? Because the rest of the Bible explains what that's talking about. It's not talking about, I'm the white man and you're my slave. It's talking about people of your nation. For example, if I'm the owner of Magic Market and I hire you, you're supposed to follow me. You're supposed to obey me. But if you read in Colossians 4:1, the very next chapter, it says, I'm also supposed to pay you. That's the understanding of the scriptures, right? But where was that? I lost track. Where am I at? So, all right, 15. So now we're going to explain to you why we went into slavery, why we lost our identity, why they said we're not going to tell you who the people are that's going in slavery. We'll call them African American. And that didn't happen until the 1980s. Before then, you were just black or a Negro or something. So the identities that we have changed. Verse 15, why did it happen?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So now Moses is telling us, the children of Israel, if we don't observe, when you observe a holiday, for instance, terrible garbage Easter is tomorrow. How are they going to observe Easter tomorrow?
Hey, this Ebony.
How you doing, Ebony?
This Ebony.
Okay. How you doing, Ebony? Step on up. I got a question for you. You celebrate? You love God? You going to church tomorrow for Easter? You're not going? You don't love God to go to church?
No, I do. I'm just not. We're moving.
You're moving? Don't go to church. I was just throwing that out there. Don't go, because they're not teaching you the truth of what we're teaching you about the Bible. So, now, where was that again? Verse 15. So, Ebony. Okay. You got a question? Okay, go ahead. Read that.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
That's what I asked you. How are they going to observe Easter tomorrow?
Church and
They going to church.
eat.
They're going to eat. They might get some Easter eggs and paint them.
Yeah.
Go out to dinner. That's actions that goes into observing. So God is saying, if you don't keep my commandments up and observe and do them, right? Because we have commandments too, and it ain't Easter. Keep reading.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
What did he say, young man? All these what? Curses. Come on.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Is a curse something good that you would like to have to you, or is it a bad thing, something that you don't want to happen to you? It's a bad thing. So God said, if y'all don't keep my commandments like I'm telling you to do, you're going to be cursed. So the curse we just read was, you're going to lose your whole identity. So you just made a point. You said we was taken from Africa. Give me verse 41. Let's see if this is also in our history book. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
So you're going to have sons and daughters,
but thou shalt not enjoy them.
but we're not going to enjoy them. Let's see what else is about to say here.
For they shall go into captivity.
This is so plain. I don't like this is as plain as it gets. Why? God said, if y'all don't keep my commandments, you're going to be cursed. One of those curses is going to be verse 68. Your sons is going to be going into captivity. Now it's going to explain how you're going to be going into captivity. How you're going to be taken from Africa to Brazil and Africa to America. It's going to show you how. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, I'm going to ask you, what race or nationality of people were slaves in Egypt?
I don't know.
Give me Exodus chapter 20. We're going to start at verse 1. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So when you read the beginning of Exodus, it explains this is speaking to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. I'll help you out. What nation of people say we're working like Hebrew slaves? Do Chinese people say that?
Nah.
Do white people say that?
Nah.
What about Arabs?
Nah.
Who say that? We do. Right. So we were those Hebrews. We were the Israelites that were enslaved in Egypt. Remember when Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt? He parted the Red Sea. God sent curses amongst the Egyptians so that way we could be free. 10 plagues. Right? It was the children of Israel. But verse 68 says what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we read in Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3 that Egypt is bondage. Another word for bondage is what? What's another word for bondage? Say what? What's another word for bondage? I'm bound. I'm bondage. Capture. Okay, what you got?
Locked up.
Locked up. So what's another word for being locked up? When you look at our history.
Incarcerated.
Well, we were incarcerated. A simple word. It might start with an S. I don't know.
Slaves.
Slaves. There you go. We were slaves. We were slaves. So from the top again.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again. How?
With ships.
How did we get to this side? With ships. With ships. You said that we was taken from Africa to Brazil and South America to the Americas, right? The Bible explaining why, how, and what transportation. With ships. What are we connecting you with? This is the book of the Israelites.
Right.
This is our book.
Bring it out.
This is the book that they lied and said it's about white people. They actually tricked us. They said that Christ looked like them.
That's right.
That nigga ain't went no damn slavery.
That's right.
We went into slavery.
Right.
But let's get some more detailed information from our records. Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So we're not going to see Egypt no more again as a nation, as slaves. Come on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So now, when we get off of these slave ships, now we were stacked in there like sardines. We had to use the bathroom on each other.
Right.
Females had to have their menstrual on each other. People were dying because of the smell and the diseases.
Bring it out.
But those that made it, when you get off the ship, it's not going to be, yes, finally I'm off the ship. What's going to happen?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Bring it out.
We're going to be sold to the damn white man.
That's right.
Our enemies, God called them.
Right.
Today we want to say we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. No, hell no. The children of Israel is the world.
That's right.
We're the ones who are going to make a brighter day. But for some strange reason, we didn't want to keep God's commandments. We went into slavery and we were sold to our enemies. How?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
Slave men.
and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you.
No man's going to be able to redeem you out of it. Because why? Why will the children of Israel not be able to be redeemed by a man, by Martin Luther King, by Sojourner Truth, by Harriet Tubman? Why will no man be able to save us? Tell me why, bro.
God gonna deliver us.
Because God will deliver us. That's correct. And God put us in it. You see that?
Yeah.
So now there's only one solution. If we broke God's commandments to get in the situation, what should we have to do to get out of it?
Try to keep the commandments.
Keep them.
That's right.
Keep them. I'm going to read an old famous Christian scripture. Give me 2 Chronicles 7 and verse 14.
Yeah.
We're going to give you the true understanding of what the Bible is talking about. Because this condition of black people is not going to last forever. America's not going to go on forever. We think that this is going to just continue and we're going to be kissing a white man's ass for years. No, it's not going to happen like that. America is going to be destroyed. America is Babylon in the Bible.
Right.
And it's going to look like a lake of fire when there's nukes come and hit America.
That's right.
We're warming up World War III right now.
Right.
All of the wars that's happening in Palestine and Israel right now, that's on behalf of the children of Israel. And that's also prophesied in the Bible.
That's right.
The same way of prophesy our identity. Right? Let's read that.
2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. If my people.
So now, what's going on? Do you know who the Bible is about, my brother? You just walked up. My friend, you know who the Bible is about? I know you just walked up. Who is it about?
I do.
Who's it about? There you go. There you go. It's about the children of Israel. So it says, if my people, come on,
Which are called by my name.
because God gave us the name Israel. Come on.
Shall humble themselves.
So now we have to humble ourselves. Why? Because when we got off the slave ships, we were taught a philosophy that white people wanted us to know.
That's right.
That God loves everybody. You ain't got to keep God's laws. You can do whatever the hell you want to do and you can get into the kingdom of heaven. Now we have to humble ourselves.
Right.
Why? Because also we've been taught not to keep the laws of God. Now we have to humble ourselves and say, damn, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be smoking weed. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be banging these chicks, and I ain't married to them.
Right.
Now I have to humble myself and say, well, damn, let me get married. Come on.
shall humble themselves and pray.
We have to humble ourselves, pray, come on.
And seek my face.
Seek the Bible.
That's right.
Come back to seeking actually what's written. Because guess what? We can read now.
Right.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, white man. You taught us how to read now.
Right.
You lied to us, but now we can actually read now and see, oh, Christ is a black man.
Right.
We are the children of Israel.
Right.
We ain't black. We ain't African American. We
Right.
ain't Negroes. We are supposed to be ruling the earth, and you're going to be our slave.
Right.
We can read that now. So now we have to seek the Bible. Come on.
And turn from their wicked way.
And turn from their wicked ways. I heard you got kids. Are you married?
No.
You still having sex? Okay, so now that's one of the things you got to turn from. Stop until you get married.
Right.
Now you get warned. The next time you go out and have some sex with somebody you know, it might not shake out too good for you, brother.
That's right.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
God is a God of terror.
Right.
I said God said he sent his prophets out to warn my brother. He ain't want to listen. Next time he try to lay up in there, it ain't coming out.
That's right.
You go off and it's still there. You got to humble yourself, brother. Come on.
And turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven.
Then will God hear from heaven.
And will forgive their sin.
And will forgive their fornication, their idolatry, and all the hell and all of the philosophies that they learned here in America. Come on.
And will heal their land.
And then I'll heal their land. That's the solution. Do you want to be a part of the problem, or you want to be a part of the solution, brother? You want to be a part of the solution. So guess what? We have a Sabbath day that we keep today that you can come and congregate with us. And you can start learning and start getting around like-minded men that had to come out of the foolishness that you in.
Right.
We had to do it too.
Right.
You think that we was always over here in purple and gold with fringes on?
I don't think that at all.
Hell no! But guess what? We had to humble ourselves.
Right.
I heard the message the same way that you hearing it. You know what I'm saying? When you walked up, I see, I'm like, man, something about that brother seems like he's got a good spirit about him. We've all had some kind, I know myself, I wanted to do right. I just didn't know really how to do it. Now we can read black and white. Do this, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
Do this.
Right.
We ain't got to go to church and scream and shout and holler and snot coming down our nose and all this kind of foolishness. Now we can actually come back to keep God's laws as it is written.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.